I think we as avid viewers of films and TV shows are so desensitized to stimulus that whenever something doesn't presumably offer an assault to the senses, a spectacle packed with innumerable elements being flung our way, one just is wondering that it isn't worth their time. Almost as if we want to watch an IMAX 3D movie while still having the option to scroll through reels on Instagram and compare our Snapchat streak with friends all at the same time, and then we really think we got our money worth. When a small, highly nuanced film like Kathal appears on Netflix, one easily dismisses it as a regular small town story of how the police force try to find the location of an MLA's missing Kathal. But it's so much more than that. I really love the marketing campaign of this film in reference to its teaser and trailer, where it created an idea that this film may just be a generic small town comedy. But as you tune in for the film, you do realize that it has much more to say than just the jackfruit being stolen from an MLA's house. As the case progresses, the film fits perfectly in the genre of social satire, which means that it uses humor, irony and exaggeration to expose people or society's stupidity and vices. And it does so with such ease that I really want to tell you about it so that it just doesn't go unnoticed. Sania Malhotra plays the role of Mahima, a police officer who is assigned the case to find the two Kathals stolen from an MLA's house at any cost. As she is bemused of the circumstances that such a case is even being taken seriously, the film sheds light on what is prioritized in our bureaucratic systems, especially when it is pertaining to those who are in positions of power. It becomes a fitting commentary on caste politics and also with great conviction talks about the insecurity and vitriol with which one reacts to women being in positions of power, especially in male-dominated occupations. The significance of the Kathals also becomes clear in the initial running minutes of the film, solidifying that this just isn't any inconsequential event, as Vijay Raj, who plays the MLA, has stakes riding on them going missing. I have to say without a doubt that Vijay Raj literally is like butter on toast in every film. Fits, assimilates and blends so perfectly in worlds, and his absolute apathy, disgust and annoyance with incompetence around him shines in every scene. He really does set the ball rolling, as his prejudice and absolute lack of empathy for others gets communicated in each scene he features in. If there are some actors who I genuinely root for among the female actors actively working in the Hindi film industry, Sania Malhotra is one of them, who I believe has been shining ever since her debut with Dangal. A talent that has given multiple convincing performances and whose choices also stand out with respect to the decisions made in playing female roles that have meat in the matter rather than dedicating a career to playing second fiddle to heroes. Sania shines as Mahima, her fondness for her partner who is lower than her in rank, played with great candor and playfulness by Anand Joshi, generates several heartfelt moments. Her annoyance with her superiors who want quick fixes and the frustration that arises in people's reactions to seeing a competent woman just doing her job. Director Yashovardhan Mishra really does extract some really thought-provoking moments in the film despite being a light-hearted social satire. I would just say that the film falters in really getting the tonality of slapstick set pieces right. You know, the iconic scenes of Hangama and Hera Fairy where just confusion sets in and it becomes a series of unfortunate events? In the case of Kathal especially, its chase sequences and the action set pieces close to its penultimate stage as Raghubir Yadav's character gets introduced, it definitely misses the mark in generating those laugh out loud moments. But the film, beyond the particulars of the case, really does extract some interesting moments, especially in context to how we as a society are shaped up, very similar to the circumstances that Sonakshi Sinha recently in The Hard also had to deal with while investigating the case. You've got an MLA who in a disgusted manner shuns the police officer for stepping on his carpet, a reference to Sania's lower caste status. Subordinates scoff at her ordering people around, the hapless in the system and what the officials prioritize. In many cases, the Kathal lays more significance than human lives. The independence of the press, and the most effective is the dichotomy that exists in Sania, who preaches to the choir of independence for women but is still a product of sexism as she feels compelled to prioritize her partner even if it is at the cost of being detrimental to her work. Kathal is much more than a case of finding missing jackfruit, and I really hope you do the due diligence of exploring it yourselves rather than letting it becoming another hidden gem from Hindi cinema. Moving on, if there is one mind that really interests me for the sheer wacky and layered sense of the world he has that often translates into his stories, it is Thiagarajan Kumararaja. The director who brought us gems like Aranya Kadam and Super Deluxe. In an anthology Modern Love Chennai on Amazon Prime Video that I haven't fully seen, I just could not resist watching the short title Ninaivo Oru Paravai and be bowled over by the sheer hypnotic visuals, music and storytelling that it offered. There is no way that I do justice to this film and the discussion around it if I don't provide spoilers, so you have been warned that this discussion is going to have major spoilers. The film on the surface presents Kay and Sam, a couple madly in love that parts ways, only for Kay to get into an accident, lose his memory, and for Sam to help him out by recounting the happy times that they shared. Their breakup is something that Kay just does not recall, but what the storytelling plays is reminiscent of the worlds formulated by Charlie Kaufman that will really have you watch this film with intrigue and spurn out several theories in your head. Kay is a scriptwriter who is writing a story about a couple that undergoes similar events to what transpired between Kay and Sam. So through several moments of the film, you wonder three things. Is the script of Kay being played out? Is this just an imagination of events, or did these things actually happen in real life? This is where the trippy, saturated nature of the film's visuals created by Nirav Shah and Jiva Shankar lend a hypnotic charm to it, where the lines between reality and fiction are constantly blurring. The music contributed by Ilayaraja is another standout of the film that never manipulates the viewer in feeling a certain way but contributes to a sensual dance between fact and fiction. Bhamika and PB as the two main leads get the fiery physical and emotional intensity bang on, reflective of new palpable love where if broken one loses bearings of life itself. There are very few films that constantly make you formulate theories, and this is one film that kept me and my notepad constantly engaged. Please do write down all the references you caught on to and your theory about how the film eventually shaped up in the comments. Several references of Thiagarajan's own filmography and characters are spread throughout the film, from Sam's name, frames with pockets of information from Super Deluxe, a throwaway reference to the extraterrestrial, and even a clear inspiration to The Matrix. It really is such a delight for avid fans of not only the director's filmography but Tamil cinema. The director even makes his politics clear in conversations, but nothing hit harder as the two young artists speak to one another in a bar and Kay mentions, we're all artists only till that innocence isn't lost. If we really dive deep to the sequences of events, I think it is certain that Sam is hallucinating with respect to Kay, still being alive after the accident. The soothsayer who tells them that their union will not last is the same actor playing the psychiatrist, who with great urgency keeps on telling Sam to take her medication. Essentially, Sam holds on to the memory of Kay through his diary that has his unfinished screenplay and is reliving those memories but without him. The case of Sam saying that she aborted the child and Kay being kind and saying that he would have raised it as his own, I believe is the hypothetical reaction she wanted, whereas what actually transpired was Kay losing his cool and breaking up with her. It is Sam who is holding on to the good memories, does not want to let go of Kay and what she contributed to her life. And this has spiraled her into a state of mania as she is not even taking her medication. The attempt at rekindling those memories essentially is Sam talking to herself, and this gets solidified as the psychiatrist is shocked when she mentions on the phone that she met Kay. The ending of the film really is chef's kiss, and we have only a few who create stories with such abandon. I cannot recommend this short enough to you that is just 1 hour long. I would have honestly seen a full feature film about both of them. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about Kathal and what did you think about the Thiagarajan Kumararaja's story. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.